Good morning, everyone. Going to start today's class, continuing the chapter Atmosphere. Today's topic is Structure of Atmosphere. In previous class, we study about the composition of atmosphere. So, the two different terms are there, the composition and the structure. Composition means the parts that form the something. What are the different gases that together forms the atmosphere? And structure means a building that something has been built. So what the structure of the atmosphere is, going to study about it. On the basis of structure, atmosphere is divided into, consist of 5 layers. What are the 5 layers? First is troposphere. Second is stratosphere. Third is mesosphere. Fourth is thermosphere. And last one is exosphere. Now we will discuss one by one each of them. First one is the troposphere, which is at the first number, but it is the lowermost layer of the atmosphere. When we see that what troposphere means, literally it means the region of mixing. It is derived from a Greek word tropos, that is tropos, which means mixing or turbulence. Turbulence means not peaceful. Disturbances are there. What kind of disturbances we'll discuss later. Now, this layer is called as the densest layer. Troposphere is called as the one of the densest layer. Why it is called as densest? As what first come to know what is dense. As in chemistry you have studied that when the molecules find in the solid state, they are very closely packed. So when it dense means very closely packed. In this layer we find that lot of what are closely packed here? We find very many weather related phenomena takes place. So this layer varies from the earth's surface. When we see from 0 up to from the earth's surface, this layer varies from 6 up to 15 kilometers. Now the height varies from place to place and from season to season. In normal condition, 8 kilometers from the poles and 16 kilometers from the equator. We see this as the height varies, that's therefore there is a little big line. This is troposphere. Now what we find, that in the atmosphere we find the water vapor. When water vapor rises up, as water vapor very easily mix with the air that is present in the atmosphere. When water vapor rises up, it condenses and forms the clouds. The degree at which the water vapor present in the atmosphere, in the air, it is called as humidity. And I talked that a lot of disturbances are there. So what weather related and what disturbances are there? As all weather related phenomena take place in this layer. What are the different weather related phenomena? That we find the water vapor is there, then hail, storm, wind, rain, fog, mist, etc. All these weather related, these all we find in the atmosphere as they are the effects of weather. So these all weather related phenomena take place in this layer, that's why it is called one of the densest layer. When we move from this layer, we find that this is a layer. Next one is the stratosphere, which extend up to 60 kilometer, 50 kilometer. And there is a transitional zone between the troposphere and stratosphere, which is called as tropopause. A transitional zone between the troposphere and stratosphere is called as tropopause. Pause means to stop. So here up to troposphere and there is there, and next one is the stratosphere. So the next layer, the second layer from the Earth's surface in the atmosphere is stratosphere. So in this layer that we do not find any weather related phenomena take place, as this is therefore it is disturbance free. No weather activities takes place. And we will also find a ozone layer. In this ozone layer is also found in this layer, because of that it is also called ozonosphere. What is ozone layer? The ultraviolet rays. This is a layer that protects the earth from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. This layer is called as ideal for the space, for the aeroplanes to fly, as it is, this layer is ideal for the aeroplanes to fly. Why it is ideal? As no weather activities take place, no disturbances are there. If you have ever noticed that once the aeroplane is taking off from the land, it is said that everyone please tie your seat belt. And later after some time an announcement is there, now you can untie your seat belts. What is the reason? As the aeroplane is just crossing the troposphere and reaching to the stratosphere. And in the troposphere and the atmosphere, lot of disturbances are there related with the weather. And once it reach to the stratosphere, we find that announcement is there, we can untie our seat belts. Means no disturbances are there in this layer. Next layer is the mesosphere, which varies from 50 to 80 kilometer. This is the mesosphere. What we find in this layer? We find the meteors burn. What are the meteors? Meteors are the rock particles that are coming from the space towards the earth. And in this layer, mostly those meteors burn and creating a very bright line, which is often called as the shooting star. Next layer is the thermosphere, which extend from 80 kilometer to 450 kilometer. This layer is called as the thermosphere. This layer is also called as ionosphere. Why it is called as ionosphere also? Because we find the ions in this layer. Ions are the electrically charged particles occurs as a result of ultraviolet rays, X-rays and the gamma rays. We also find the space shuttles in this layer. And also this is important for the radio transmission, long distance radio transmission, all the transmissions which reach to you from this layer. So because of the presence of ions in this layer is also called as ionosphere. And the last one is the exosphere. Exosphere is the outermost layer of atmosphere, is highly predominant with rarefied hydrogen and helium gases. The height of this layer is not certain. So this is all about the structure of the atmosphere: the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. These are the different layers of atmosphere. You have to just try to understand and read it. Thank you.